South Carolina now, where a family is racing against the clock to find a cure for their terminally ill 4-year-old daughter. And this is a story with an interesting twist. NBC's chief medical editor, Dr. Nancy Snyderman, has it. Nancy, good morning to you.
Good morning, Matt. This has to do with the parents of Eliza O'Neill, who believe an experimental treatment can help save their daughter's life. But they need the money to make it happen, so they turned to social media and found incredible support from strangers. You wouldn't know it just by watching her.
I'm coming, Daddy.
But Eliza O'Neill is a fun-loving 4-year-old who loves to play dress-up and swim in the pool. But sadly, Eliza's life is about to change. She was diagnosed with Sanfilippo syndrome a year ago, a childhood disease that clogs up cells and stops development.
Yummy blueberry.
By the end of the year, she may lose the ability to speak, walk, and feed herself.
Never expecting that you'd hear the news that, your child has a terminal disease and they're going to fade away before your eyes.
Glenn and Kara O'Neill found hope in an experimental treatment and began raising the $2.5 million needed to fund a clinical trial, the only way their daughter could try the drug. But by February, they had only raised about $200,000. So Glenn turned to the internet for answers.
So I Googled, I typed in literally how to make a viral video, and this guy Benjamin Von Wong, a freelance photographer really, said I can come and give it a shot if I can sleep on your couches, and they didn't charge us a dime.
Within 2 months of posting their touching viral video,
Hope it's a nice word, but we need action.
they had raised $1 million, breaking the record for most money raised on GoFundMe.com.
This is more funds than we would normally expect to get from a large institutional grant.
And when the money started coming in, $10, $20 in the comments, it energizes us with more and more hope. And we know we still have a long way to go.
The final challenge is raising the remaining $1 million by October.
Our job as parents and voice for our children is to do absolutely everything we can to give them a happy, healthy life. We're not going to stop at anything until we have done everything in our power.
Any parent that is fortunate enough to have a child grow up healthy, it's probably the greatest gift they can have. And, what we do is we fight to have a chance at that gift.
These parents are desperate to try anything they can to save their daughter's life, and still they don't know whether this experimental treatment will work.
No, the treatment so far has been in mice. It's gene therapy, which will hopefully fix the genetic problem. But it really goes to the underserved population of people with these orphan diseases, where they can't get enough traction in traditional medicine to get the funding, the tests, and sometimes the government funding to sort of look at new cures.
Do you think this idea of going online to raise that kind of money is going to take hold? Is this something we're going to be seeing more of in the future?
I think you'll see bits and pieces, but I don't think it's the wave of the future. What we really need to do is refund the National Cancer Institute and major grant-making bodies in this country. We've really turned our back on investigative drugs in this country to the point it's a fraction of what we spend on other things in this country. So we need to realign how we spend our government funding. Hurdles here. Still have to raise the money, still have to see if the clinical trial, still have to see if the drug works. So there are still some mountains to climb here, I'm afraid.
All right, Nancy, thanks so
You
much.
bet, Matt.
Appreciate it.